Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Lorian and I'm here with your March reading for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon and Gemini Rising. So this will cover all of your trilogy aspects, if you will, and I'd recommend you having a look at all of those just to get a full picture as to what you might expect for March. Thank you to everybody who subscribed, and if you're new here, welcome. You can subscribe and click the notification bell to get updates every single time I upload. So I'm just going to see what information comes through, but this is a general reading, so if you do want a personal reading with cards specifically made, like a reading specifically made for you, then please do let me know. The information as to how to get one is below. Oh, okay. Interesting. Now I'm also Gemini Moon, so this could apply to me as well. I haven't even done my trilogy yet because I'm Scorpio and Libra too. But at the bottom of the card you have the Six of Pentacles, and this is going to lead all the way through to the top here. So the Six of Pentacles gives us a great sense of generosity and giving and charity. Now a lot of people believe this is just with money, but this is also with time and your hard-earned labour, your emotions, giving back to a community or giving back to people who have been a really steadfast support for you in the past. So it could be that you're actually treating somebody, you're giving somebody something nice, or you may be in your feelings a little bit and you want to actually show that to people this month. So that's a really nice card to have as a bottom card that actually rides through the rest of the reading. Now we do go into Mercury retrograde, unfortunately, this month. This is from the 5th of March all the way to the 28th, and both the new moon and the full moon will be somewhere in the middle there. But as far as I can see here, you do have quite a strong reading. If you hear yells and meows, by the way, that's two of the cats. There's my cat Bella and then another cat who comes in now and again from the road. So if you hear fighting, that's them. So you have the Page of Wands, the Seven of Swords and High Priestess, the Six of Cups, the Death card and the Knight of Wands. Now it's interesting to me for this one being here too, because Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Sixes are also about growth. So this is about progression for you too. But when it comes to cups in particular, it could be the fact that maybe you're looking back on something, back at something, or being a little bit wistful, and that feeling of, oh, well, didn't we have some great times, or I appreciate where I've been and where I am now. Maybe that's what actually encourages you to go through with the Six of Pentacles and actually connect with each other in a meaningful way, or sort of give back to somebody. Maybe if somebody's unwell, you go and visit them in hospital. If somebody's had a bad day, you offer to make them something nice. You know, just feeling that you're checking in with somebody. But this in particular does show a sense of maybe an innocence that maybe you still have because of an inexperience with something. Now, it may not be just love or relationships, it may be something else that comes in, or it may just be that you're kind of innocent in the way that you want to talk to people this month. You know, there may be an essence of, I don't really know how to express myself. I'm a little bit naive occasionally in the way that I want to describe certain aspects here. But the page is here to help you. Now, the Page of Wands brings forward a sense of sort of enthusiasm and discovery and a feeling of real growth here. But because you also have this new moon in Pisces, which is on the 6th of March, this new moon in Pisces is actually in your career area. So this is in your fame, how you utilize your action, your reputation, your success. So this could be something that says you may be a little bit naive about something in your career, you know, when it comes to this sort of blend in the cards. So it could be that you're trying to sort of navigate something which makes it a little bit harder, since that we have Mercury going retrograde in the same sign. So it could be you want to communicate more, you want to get out there in your career, you really want to focus, but it could also be the fact that you go, oh, I don't really know how to work this out. I don't know how to present myself in order to get a promotion, or I don't know how to present myself in order for my social reputation to be heightened a little bit more. I don't know how to get people to like me because maybe I'm still a little bit silly in how I describe things. So there could be a little bit of a balance there, that you just want to see how things go. I also feel like with the full moon in Libra on the 21st of March, so just a few days before Mercury actually goes direct, this will be in your 5th house. So this is all the way on the opposite side in your 5th house of creativity, the mind, your spiritual practice, children, that sort of flavour coming in here. So you could actually be looking or starting on the new moon, moving through the month, thinking, look, how can I build on this? And then by maybe the full moon, which will be on the 21st, you'll start to see this flourish and grow. Because with it being a Libra, it's all about balance, and you'll have found that balance. Also, you do have the Seven of Swords, though, so I will say be wary. So sometimes this can indicate betrayal, sometimes this can be a bit deception. It could be that people are watching you and you may find yourself unjustly viewed or unjustly watched, like somebody may be taking a very strong view of what you're doing, or somebody is trying to find a flaw in how you're presenting yourself, or something like that. Somebody doesn't necessarily have your back, and somebody may not thus enjoy your success, what you get this month, if anything. So just be wary. Also, if any of you may be doing something a little bit sly, please don't think that this is not going to get caught out this month because it's Mercury retrograde. I'm not have anything against people who may be experiencing the laws of an affair or, something like that, but just be wary of starting one in the first place anyway, regardless of Mercury retrograde, and try to reassess anything that may be a little bit untowards this month that you may be doing, but also what other people may be doing, like business deals, undercutting somebody else, just doing something out of petty spite to get somebody back, or starting a rumor. Some things we don't normally consciously help, but you need to be a little bit aware of it at the moment. You do also have the Death card here, so this is actually not a scary card. This is about transition and forces that you may not know are working in your favour. So if you are to think, oh, somebody's out to get me, or I don't really know what I need to do here, please help me, something's going to come in to help you. But this is also a big change. This is an elimination of something that has maybe been pulling you back unnecessarily. So you can now move forwards. You can actually break free, but it will require some kind of alteration that you may not feel comfortable going through. Transitions aren't normally easy peasy lemon squeezy, let's just glide on through here. This is normally a case of burning something to the ground and then releasing it and rising up again. So that's something that I think you may need to be aware of a little bit over the course of the next few weeks in March, because again, Mercury retrograde can play tricks on us, and I would also recommend that you back up all your work as well, because that's going to be very, very necessary for you moving forwards too. Now we do have Venus in Aquarius for most of the month, which is nice. Venus in Aquarius is actually in your 9th house, so this is in your 9th house of luck and your spiritual development, philosophy, thinking the big questions, and that sort of higher education and learning and taking yourself to a higher level, as does the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess brings in a wonderful... Oh, excuse me, you two. Anyway, the High Priestess brings in a sense of unconscious awareness, a potential, a mystery, something that really does bring forwards a kind of, oh, I know this. Even if you haven't seen the facts, even if you haven't seen anything that's kind of played out in front of you, your intuition comes through and instinctively knows. So Venus is a very nice, calm, genteel planet. It's also a very feminine planet. So with it being in Aquarius for most of the month, and with that also being in your higher education or something like that, you may feel like more positive or more intuitive with that area. But also, because it's Aquarius, you may want to judge it up a bit. You want to invent something new, and trust your intuition when this comes through as well, because also have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands comes in with energy, passion, lunch, maybe I'm hungry. Lust for adventure. And this could be something that you kind of like, look, I need to change. I want to really see where to go. And with Venus in Aquarius, also the full moon in Libra. So you have big air effect really for you, Gemini. This comes in saying, you know what, you can balance this out, you can figure it out. Don't worry too much about it, because you are going to see the light. You're going to be creativity in how you can further yourself, and also how you can take the best part of yourself forwards. This isn't going to be ups and down and side to side and back to front. This is just going to be, okay, so I'm swinging a little bit here. How do I get forwards rather than in this sort of lull, I suppose? I mean, I don't think that a lot of Geminis are in a lull. I just think that there's maybe been a steady phase where it's just been kind of fine. But sometimes Geminis need to, I don't know how to express this in, I mean, I am a Gemini moon, so I should be able to. The feeling of maybe you want to have something else. There is something, there's another layer you want to get into. There's another level that you want to rise up to, claim for yourself, and just say, look, I am here. You know, I don't want to take anything else. I just want, there's an ambition with you, Gemini. And I don't think that that's a bad thing, but other people may see it as a bad thing. They may think, oh, well, as soon as she gets this, she's going to be off, and it's going to be this, and blah, blah. Their judgments shouldn't really hold you back, but I do know that in some cases it can. So just be aware of yourself in this moment, in this sort of connection, and I think that you'll be absolutely fine going forwards within this sector. But I think sometimes your creativity, and I don't mean this as just like painting or drawing or writing a book or, you know, doing something like that. I feel like this is to do with your creative problem solving, your ability to dream and think of solutions, and just, you know, listen to music and feel that lightness. Your creativity may be in a little bit of a struggle in the middle of the month, so just be aware of that. Now I'm going to use one of these for you guys. This is the Nature's Whispers, Nature's Whispers Oracle deck. So I don't think I've used it for the others, but I used it a few times in personal readings this week, and I actually really like them and I'm connected with them, so you're getting one of them. Alright, so let's see, what does Gemini need to know for the month of March? What does Gemini need to know for the month of March? I like you. Ooh, okay. Clear Endeavour. So this clear endeavour comes through, and it basically just says to you, have your sights set on something, make sure that you take this time, maybe this lull, to clear out any brambles that may be in your mind, and focus. So again, it could be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, or maybe somebody's being a bit crap to me, maybe I'm just being a little bit, you know, wanting to give back to people who I feel like I owe a debt, or I want to make sure that I have this connection with people. As long as your intentions are pure this month, and as long as you feel like you can afford the time to do that, and it's not going to boggle your mind with having to do, you know, couples therapy for hours on end with your friends and stuff like that, I think you'll be fine, because this clear endeavour gives you that kind of license to say, I am here, I am being very open, and I am in tune with myself. So Gemini, I hope that helps you. Do let me know in the comments below how things go for you this month. I'm wishing you all the very best of luck. If you would like to contact me, it's down below, or if you want to have a look at my weekly readings on Patreon, all the information as to how to do that is below too. Thank you ever so much for taking the time with me today. I wish you all the very best of luck, and I'll speak to you guys soon.